Before the papers named him, before the sirens came, he was a little boy learning fear by another name. A lock on the bedroom, fist through the hall. Jack wasn't born a monster, he was built behind a wall. Thin walls when the nights, no heat in the flat. Mom crying in the kitchen, dad drunk off his head. Bottle hit the tiles, glass split like thunder. Little Jack under covers while the whole home blundered. He learned every footstep, every creak in the floor. Knew when to stay quiet, knew when to lock doors. Knew the sound of rage when it filled up a room. Knew a child who could vanish in the cigarette fumes. School shirt dirty, stomach tied tight. Teacher said, what happened? He just stared at the white. Couldn't tell them the truth, couldn't say what he saw. A man breaking furniture, blood on the wall. So we drew black houses, no windows, no sun. Little stick figures with nowhere to run. And every night, in the mirror by the sink, he saw another face when he was too scared to blink.
Jack in the mirror,
child in the dark, a house full of smoke put a hole in his heart. He learned how to hide, he learned how to freeze. And the fear found a voice saying, do what you please.
Jack in the mirror,
pain became rage, a boy trapped young in a grown man's cage. Trauma built shadows, addiction gave form, but the blood that came later was a different kind of storm. At 12 he was running with older boys. Cheap beer, stolen smokes, loud engines, noise. They said don't be soft, so we buried the tears. Built a hard shell mask out of panic and fear. First time he swung, it was outside his shop. Someone called him weak and something in him pop. He didn't feel power, he didn't feel tough. Just a strange empty calm when the world got rough. At 14 he found that the smoke could erase the broken home pictures stuck deep in his brain. For a few short minutes the screaming went mute. No footsteps, no fists, no fear in the room, but the quiet had teeth and it fed on the kid. Turned the pain to a voice saying, look what they did. Every hit made the mirror show less of his face, more of a cold thing that wanted to take place. Child in the dark, a house full of smoke put a hole in his heart. He learned how to hide, he learned how to freeze. And the fear found a voice saying, do what you please.
Jack in the mirror,
pain became rage, a boy trapped young in a grown man's cage. Trauma built shadows, addiction gave form, but the blood that came later was a different kind of storm. Years pass fast when the life goes wrong. New streets, new drug, same old song. He chased that numbness till it swallowed his name, till the child in his chest only answered the pain. The first body fell on a blackout night, rain on the road and a broken street light. He woke near dawn with his hands cut raw. A news flash talking about a murder he saw. He told himself, not me, then he hit that flame. And Jack came back like he never left. Not the ghost, not the demon, not fate, not myth. A violent piece of himself he refused to confront. Soon every crime scene carried the same cold trace. A broken man trying to outrun his own face. The cops called him evil, the papers made God, but none of them knew where the darkness could start. It started with the kid in a room full of noise, trying not to hear what destroyed his voice. Still pain is not permission and trauma is not blame. He chose every step that turned fear into graves. There were chances to leave, there were hands held out. A teacher, a neighbor, a call he could have made, but addiction kept promising darkness was safe. And Jack kept growing every time he escaped. Now he sits in the cell with the rain on the glass, watching memories move like a film from the past. The boy in the blankets, the man in the chair, the mirror between him and nobody there. He finally speaks to the face in the steel. You were paid, but you weren't on like it feels. Too late for the names and the lives that were gone. Too late to undo every wrong that was done. They call him Jack the Ripper, a headline occurs, but the truth is more ugly, more human, more worse. A boy raised in terror who buried his grief, then became the terror he once begged to leave. A monster can start in a hole.
Ha 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 ha.